So we had a little trick. So in the military, the targets we're shooting at, they're 20 inches wide and they're 40 inches tall. So I want you concerned with the width because we're dealing with wind. So we're dealing with 20 inches. So if you're aiming center, you can fudge 10 in either direction. So at a 10-mile-an-hour wind, let's just come over here and see how many inches it moves all the way out at 500. It moves 19 inches at 500. So stick with me now. If that target is 20 inches wide and I know the general wind direction, let's say it's coming from the left to the right, all I have to do is put the intersection of my crosshairs on that left edge and logic will tell me that the wind will blow it somewhere on that target. All right, we weren't trying to see what the tightest group we could hit was or shoot was. We were just trying to land a round on that one 20 by 40 piece of real estate. So is that making sense to everybody? Yes. All right, cool. Well, you already know the measurements for the targets now, so you can kind of apply that to long range. All right, so if a 10-mile-an-hour wind at 500 blew it 19 inches, let's just, for the sake of argument for today, cut it in half. We've got no more than a 5-mile-an-hour wind at double that distance. All right, so you can see this is, I am definitely a high school educated guy. This is very, very simple. All right, so we'll just cut it in half. So 5-mile-an-hour wind all the way out to 1,000 would be right about 19 inches. Because we doubled the distance, but we cut the miles per hour in half, so there you go. So that would tell us that if it's we know the general direction, where it's coming from, you hold into the wind on that edge of the target, and it should blow it on there. All right, that's in theory. All right, so use these things to your advantage. Like we already know, as far as the tri-dope, it gets us in the ballpark, but it's never spot on. There are too many variables for that thing to be one size fits all for everybody. Same thing with wind. And so that's why I always hated these wind charts. I was like, why did they waste the paper they printed them on? Because the wind is never like this. Well, you can use this as a constant and then start fudging or swagging based off what you're seeing right now. Because that little trick at 500 and closer, I use that all the time. So as long as that wind was less than 10 miles an hour and I knew the direction, I would hold into it on that edge of the target, dink, you're gonna get a hit. Right? So you can still apply it at distance, although it becomes a little bit more difficult. So tomorrow, when we start doing the range estimation and or we start working the unknown distance targets at the mid-range, 850, going to 850, Brian, we're going to be starting with you.
What did you say tri-dope was again, Randy? I'm sorry.
Yep, there we go. And 29.25 for all you minute guys. And y'all know, same, just kind of roll with what the 308 says and we'll flex from there.
Okay. Brian, our shooter.
Brian is our shooter.
Okay, we're going to work.
All right, line is hot, eyes and ears. Brian, spotter is on at 850.
Shooter is ready.
All right, be prepared to fire a follow-up shot and give me 1.5 left. Send it. All right, did you see the strike on that one?
I did.
Okay, good deal. Go ahead, rack the bolt. Spotter's back on.
Shooter is on.
1/2 mil left. Got him.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
So it landed between the right hold, right favor line, upper third of the target. So 7/10 left.
Oh my gosh.
Yep! Got a hit. Nice job. Don't change your elevation. Keep it right there. Good work staying behind the gun on that one.
What did you use?
Really?
7/10 left. Got him.
Nice.
There you go. Keep it right there. Nice work. That was a good adjustment. Okay, you're at 5. And the last yard line was 4.6.
Yep.
Okay. Spotter's on.
Shooter's ready.
Thank you.
2 mils left. Good. Elevation's right on the money.
Shooter ready?
7/10 left. Okay, everything feel all right?
I jerked out.
Okay, left and right was good, but literally you kind of shot his baseball cap off.
Yeah, I jerked it bad.
Spotter's back on.
Shooter is ready.
7 tenths left. Got him. There you go. That's not too bad.